Finally, I'll show you how to make a controller table view list. One of the things I would love to do to be able to bring up a network list is to just double click on the network and get a list of all the controllers. Unfortunately, that is not an option. So we're going to have to make a table view by hand of a network. Okay, so I've opened up table view. I'm going to come up here, select this, add network manager, BACnet. I'm going to select a VAV controller. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom and select the device object. I'm going to hit OK. OK. Now here's a controller with all of its properties. I'm going to skinny this down and clear this, and I'm going to go select BACnet network. Most of these BACnet things are not writable, so let's not select them. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to select description, and then I'm going to do device instance. One of these is writable and one of them isn't, but we're going to select both, and I'll show you why here in a minute. Next thing we're going to do is location and Mac master and MST MAC address, and then object name. Okay, now there's a list of just this controller, all the pertinent information. So let's go back and do the wildcards. I'm going to change this to VAV9 star, and the same thing with this one, 9 star. Here we go, here we go. Now, this may come up with VAV controllers on other networks. Depending on your naming scheme, you could end up with VAV controllers all over your building. Now let's reorder this list here. I like to have the device instance after the location and the MAC address here. So we've got this listed here. Now the reason why I had you bring in the device instance twice is, notice how this one doesn't have a space and this one did, and that was the same in the list. I can't reorder based on this one, but I can reorder based on this one. So this would allow you to get the device instances in order, and then you could cut and paste out of here. Here's our network number that I had you bring in. Maybe you do or don't want that information. Okay, so now let's say you have more controllers on this network. You probably just don't have just VAV controllers. Maybe you have some fan coil units. Maybe you have a boiler system, an air handling unit system. You could come up here. Let's say you had a bunch of fan coil units, and you would want to do the same thing with the fan coil units. And then the rest of the things, maybe you just have onesie, twosies, boiler systems, and that. I would recommend just dragging those onto this network. Now that you've got this list open, you can do several things in here. You can change the location name. Maybe you got a list of all the room numbers now, updated room numbers, and want to change them. Maybe you want to verify that the device instances are correct. Maybe you had numerous people addressing the controllers and they might have got them out of sequence. You can go through here and change them here. Maybe you want to verify that there is no MAX masters in here that shouldn't be, or putting the proper one in for the final job location. Having this BACnet network here also will help you maybe select the controllers that are in this list that shouldn't be in here. So you could go through and say, whoops, that one controller. Let me give you an example here. I've got a controller here that, see, that's network 2060. Well, I know that's not part of this. So I could right click in here and I could remove this from the table. Another way to bring up a network list is by device instances. Notice on this network they're in the 1,000 range. So let's open up a table view, and I'm going to go add network manager, BACnet. I'm going to type in 1 star because that's what the device instances start with. I'm going to put backslash, I'm going to type in DEV. I'm going to do 1 star again. So there we go. Let's see what we get here. Now this could give you results that you don't desire. Notice how we've got my BACnet router here, because it happens to start with a 1. Now it's not in the 1000 range, it's in the 1100 range, but it came up in this list anyways. So when you come up with this list, you may have to skinny it down by right-clicking on the controllers that you don't want and removing them from the list.